So beauty tip number 12, I believe, is concealer. I spoke a little bit about concealer last time. Concealer is meant to cover imperfections, things like the dark circles under your eyes, blemishes, any skin spots or uneven skin. You could put concealer to cover that. You got concealers in so many different forms. You've got your cream forms, you've got your stick forms, you've got your liquid forms. They come in pods and stuff. Some of them have correctors in them. Like this one, I don't think I even needed this. Just at the time I was thinking how great and wonderful Makeup Forever is, and I wanted this green, and I got it, and then I don't know how much longer later, Hard Candy brought out a similar palette for like a fraction of the cost. But you see, it's got 4 different colors, and then it's got the green. The green is, again, to correct red. Most people's dark circles are like a blue color, most people. So they recommend using a concealer with like a salmon-y orange color to it, or I think mine are purple, so yellow works best for me. So again, you've got the different colors, just like they selling primers now, face primers. Well, they also have concealers and with different colors. So you've got the corrector colors that come in like an orangey color, comes in the green, and it comes in the yellow to correct those type of circles, or whatever you need to use. You need to use to neutralize that imperfection. Usually, because the circles are so dark, it used to be that wear a lighter color. I know back in the 70s and 80s, women were using like white, and it gave them the raccoon eye look. Now they're saying, especially if you have, fine lines, which I found does really work well, is actually a shade darker, slightly darker. I know that, sometime I just had gotten an under eye cover. I just got this. It's called Bright Eyes. It's supposed to brighten your eye and help with fine lines. And I thought that it was a concealer, but it's not. I think you mix it with concealer, and this has been working really well. And it is I found it to be dark, maybe even warm toned, like orange toned. And what I do is I mix this with my concealer, and I really like the outcome. So yeah, one of the things, like, you shouldn't be rubbing your skin in, but concealer's not meant to be rubbed in, because a lot of times we just rub it right out. It's meant, you should pat it in to where you want it and where you need it. And I usually put it on under my foundation, but if I need to add more, I will. So again, us older women with our fine lines, concealer really brings them out so much more. Maybe because of the formula that's used for it to stay, especially if it's waterproof. It really, really, really cakes into those fine lines. So that's just a word of caution. I've been told that if you just put it where you see the dark circles, just pat it wherever you need it, as opposed to completely under the eye. But I can tell you that for me, I one time went out without concealer. It was a twilight party, and I wanted to look like the vampires from Twilight, and oh my God, my husband took a picture of me, and it was really scary. My dark circles just looked horrible. So yeah, I didn't actually get the look I wanted. So I really had I noticed in that picture, all of this was really, really dark. So I unfortunately do need to use it completely under the eye. But I also, a tip I learned, I think it was from Encore, that just where you see, it was either Encore or Goss Makeup Artist, only where you see like the deepest dark lines, to put a little bit lighter and just dab it in and blend it in so it'll camouflage. I think the secret to camouflaging, which I still have not perfected, is you put the light colors that where you want to stand out, and the dark colors what you want to recede. So like for someone like me, I really need dark colors in the crease. Light colors do not work for me because I have a puffy hooded lid. The dark color helps recede that. We contour, have a very round face, so I contour the darker colors here, but you want the upper part of your cheek to stand out more. And supposedly where the light hits, that's where you're gonna put the lighter colors. So so there's the highlighting, there's contouring, there's camouflaging, and all of that can be achieved with creams like this. So again, just try out. You could try out like different, again, the darker color, the lighter color, the liquid or the cream. The heavier it is, the creamier it is, the more it will sink into your fine lines. So just to let you know. And again, you can find these palettes. Hard Candy sold these. I don't know if they still do, but you can. I know I've seen them in some discontinued websites, wholesale websites. Then you have your Makeup Forever, which is really expensive. So I bought this years ago when all the gurus were talking about how great Makeup Forever was. Yeah, I would not do this again. You can find stuff like this for way cheaper. So yeah, that's the beauty tip number 12, I believe, and that's concealer. Again, concealer would be to camouflage, whatever areas you feel need to be camouflaged. Okay, so I will see you next week with Regal Smoky Eye. Mwah.